Hey, this is Peachy.
I'm Ooze.
This is Sudon.
And we'd like to take a moment to thank our original launch site, Anchor.fm, who's helped to enrich this podcast in many ways. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast.
Anchor.fm offers educational tools on how to get started in social media and has not only given our show, stapled together, several platforms to choose from for your listening enjoyment, but continues to offer helpful tips and avenues for growth along the way. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use.
With an easy, hassle-free method for uploading, you can add your podcast episodes to Anchor.fm's extensive library, available for listening on several popular streaming services, letting listeners choose a favorite platform. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast.
That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what we're doing right now by reading this ad.
Go to anchor.fm/start to get started today.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Stapled Together podcast for the week of September 4th, 2019. I'm Peachy.
I'm Ooze.
Batman 70. Sudon.
And this week we didn't exactly get together on any news. No really big news this week. Last week we didn't have any either, I believe. But we are going to get straight to our comic book reviews, starting with Ooze.
Yay!
Yeah.
That rhymed.
What you got this week?
I had so many books. I had to put stuff back. I'm
Nice.
starting to be a Sudon over here.
Right?
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't get that bad. That's like a lot of comics.
Yeah, you don't want to put that suit
Wait,
on.
hold on. I need to see. I need to check. I have to find out. I'm sorry, because this addiction is... I will probably be at 2,000 comics in my collection. I'm at 19,026.
Wow.
Or
Nice.
1,926.
1920.
Yes,
19,000.
I will be at 2,000 comics. I'm at
You're
19,000.
getting rid of a lot. That's good.
You're finally catching up.
Catching up. What are you at?
Well over 2,000.
He's also been collecting for...
Oh, much longer than me.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're gonna get there. Yeah. And you're gonna be like, yeah, I got 60 books this week.
Nope.
Gone bankrupt.
Nope.
Did you figure out your book of the week yet?
We'll see. By the end of the time I say what books I have.
Righteous. What do you got for us?
So... Star Trek Discovery Aftermath, #1. It was a pretty good book. Am I right, Sudon? We shared that book.
Did
It
you?
was a good book, yes.
It was written by Christian Beyer and Mike Johnson. Art by Tony Shasteen. Colors by J.D. Metler. And the regular cover is the one that I got. You got the regular cover?
By Angel Hernandez?
Yes, by Angel Hernandez and J.D. Metler.
Nice.
It's a good book. #1 made a comment on Spock's beard.
She did.
I also like Spock's beard.
So wait, what was the title on this one?
Star Trek Discovery Aftermath.
Aftermath, okay.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those ones that takes place after season 2 concludes.
Yeah. So then it touches base with that crew we all fell in love with in season 2.
In season 2, yeah. It was, and sets up some things if you're maybe watching some Star Trek original series. You may have noticed some characters that were like super name dropped in that freaking book.
Nice.
Have you gotten there?
I have not.
Ah, Lottie. You'll have a drink when you find out. That's my best Scotty.
Okay.
You'll go back and go, oh, Sudon! Oh, that's what he... Oh! You would have liked it, Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
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 Big character.
Huh.
Also had Lois Lane, number 3. Really enjoying this series. The continued writing by Greg Rucka. Continued art by Mike Perkins. He did the art in the main cover. I don't believe I got the main cover. I believe this is the variant. Does it say? Does it say? It does not say. I think this is the main cover, actually. It's a typewriter. And it's
that is truth.
That's pretty cool.
It does say truth on the cover, so that was kind of a lame joke by me.
Weren't you picking this one up also?
I got the first issue and I chose not to pick up any after that. I'm trying to cut back, you know. It's one of those, you cut 2, get 4 more.
Right, exactly. That's how it happens.
Coloring by Paul
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good book. Superman. Lois Lane. I also got.
I have a theory.
I also got shared with Justice League number 31. Justice League number 30 just came out last week.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting over Justice League at this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset that this came out this week. The art's awesome. I liked it because it was,
Jimenez.
I think it's just scheduling catching up with itself, like the double release. Like Daredevil does it quite a bit, actually, because they're like, oh, we were supposed to have 2 books out this month, and it's like...
But they had all of the books from last month that they came out with. It's a bi-weekly series, isn't it? Every other week? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, just wait a week.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
it's because of Halloween.
Halloween stuff coming out, plus they also got the tie-ins with the Year of the Villain.
Yeah, there's so much happening.
Okay.
I think there's a big thing that they're doing with Batman. There's a lot of tie-in that's supposed to go together.
I see.
And also, Doomsday Clock came out this week, so that probably had something to do with this, too.
So, yeah.
There was Doomsday Clock stuff. Continued writing by Scott Snyder and James Tynion IV. Continued art by Jorge Jimenez. I got the Francis Manipal cover?
Yes, we got to say that.
Yes. We didn't get the other cover because everyone looked really green. And also Martian Manhunter was on it.
I like that cover.
This is a really good cover. The main cover, I love it.
There is a different one that they had shown on the site, so I was gonna go for the other cover, but I really do dig this one. It was a book.
Vampirella had a cool cover this week. I just happened to notice because he had that one.
It was the Argerm's variant, and I put the one back because I like it, but I'm like, all right.
Right.
Yeah. That's just
I needed to get it back. When my stack is this big, people see how big it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you look at my channel, it's the size of a stack of Pokemon cards.
That's quite a bit.
That's a lot of comics.
That's what's in the hold slot right now.
That's what's still waiting for me to pick up.
Yeah. Yeah. Also got Doom Patrol Weight of the Worlds number 3.
More Young Animal, huh?
More Young Animal. Continued writing by Gerard Way and Jeremy Lambert, with additional writing by Steve Orlando.
Ooh, he sounds familiar.
Martian Manhunter currently, and he was working on some Mr. Miracle. No, he was working on something else. He was just at Denver Pop Culture Con this last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Art is by Evan Doc Shaner. Colors by Tamara Bonnevillin. And,
Bondvillain?
Bonnevillin.
Oh, okay.
Bondvillain now, Mr. Bond.
As usual, it was very confusing.
Do we find out what happened to Robot on, or is it confusion galore?
That's funny. Do we find out what's happening at all?
Oh,
like
you guys.
You know, like you're watching
Artemis
Peachy.
It doesn't say who did the cover for this, but it's a really good cover. I really like this cover. It's black and white.
Oh, that is really cool. I like that.
The other cover had Beast Boy on it, which I didn't realize until later. I was like, that's a green monkey. I'm gonna get this cover instead. Had Beast Boy on it.
How many green monkeys do you know?
I don't ever know what's going on with Doom Patrol. Right. It could have been anything. Could be anyone. It might have been Bobo turned green. He's a chimp.
But then you collect Justice League Dark.
I know, but I didn't want that cover. I wanted this cover.
Yeah, the hood ornament on the old car, it's like an old Studebaker or something, but is Robot Man's head, which is pretty cool. I like that. It looks like it's an J. Anacleto cover. Under the front bumper.
It's all signature-y. So I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
But it's a cool cover. Super awesome.
It's based in the future.
Oh, really? Oh.
I was really confused, yeah.
Right.
Remember the confusion.
It was a Snickers fight, huh?
Yeah, Catwoman.
Again?
Yeah. Damn. You just flipped through my book, by the way.
I was trying to find the place, the page
it's
with
on
all
the second page.
I don't.
It doesn't say.
I didn't want to read any information.
It doesn't say who it is.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I just pulled a bad comic book store rope.
Yeah.
Through the book.
Also, I shared with these guys Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 8, which is the prelude to the Hellmouth. Peachy did not read it.
Yeah, I did not.
Because he's thinking that he might drop it, which
I
feel like we should convince him otherwise based off of what happened.
Yeah.
Sudon.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
But continued writing by Jordi Belair, illustrations by David Lopez, and colors by Raul and Julio and Gulo. I got as many covers as I could, so I got the Hellmouth connecting variant, which is going to be a problem, apparently, in the future. Now that I know that that's a thing. I got the Spotlight cover by Kevin Wada, the episode pre-order variant cover by Becca Carey.
You also got another special variant there.
The Unlocked Robin variant cover by Katie Infante?
Yeah, that's...
Infante.
Did you get the vampire one?
What?
Did you get the vampire
I did
Robin?
not get the vampire one. I did not see it at the All-Seas. And how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4. So yeah, those 4. I didn't get the main. No, I got the Halloween variant. Oh, I have them in my hold slot still. I have all of them, I think, except for the vampire one.
I think Buffy and you have an interesting parallel. She hates Halloween.
I know. I love Halloween.
You love Halloween.
This month and next month and the month after are all going to be Halloween. I'm really excited. For me. I don't care about anyone else. It's Halloween!
Halloween.
It looks like, I'm sorry, BT dubbed. Doom Patrol Way to the World number 3 cover B variant is by Jay Anacleto. Anacleto. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's super dig it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I liked it a lot. So, Peachy's theory.
Yes.
What's your theory?
I have a Star Trekian theory.
A Star Trekian theory.
Yeah.
Sudon, what's your theory?
I think everybody's gonna be okay.
No, what's your...
That's my theory.
What's your theory on what book is my pick of the week?
I am going to pick a, probably a colorful book. I don't know. I'm not good at this guessing game thing. Okay, so you guys get to decide which is her book of the week.
I just want to know what you think it's going to be.
I'm going to say, You're the Villain for you.
You are both wrong.
Wow, Doom Patrol, huh?
Nope.
What?
Lois Lane, number 3.
Lois Lane.
I knew it was going to be Bizarro and Artemis again. What happened with Bizarro and Artemis?
Alright, so guys, the first 2 books were really, really good, but there is so much,
dialogue
and, not a whole lot happening because it's all, like, investigative journalism.
Right.
And, you know, that's just, like, hard to be like, oh, this is my favorite part of this, but because it's, like, a whole, like, thing.
Process.
Yeah, and she's, like, in the middle of trying to write a story and everything.
Right.
So she's teamed up with The Question.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
No face.
The Question, yes. I'm making sure that it's the right person. The Question, the new question.
By the master.
The female question.
Oh, it's the female question.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. And there is also a picture going around of her kissing Superman, but everyone knows that she's married to Clark Kent, so everyone thinks that she's cheating on Clark Kent with Superman. I'm like, you guys are so dumb.
I'm sorry, but my mind just totally was thinking The Question was cheating with
Oh,
Superman.
no,
I'm
Lois
all
Lane,
like, she
sorry.
doesn't have
Yeah.
lips.
No,
But
it's...
I caught up.
Little do they know that it's Lois, Clark, and Superman in a threesome.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez. But yeah, so like her credibility is like going down, but of course, yeah, because people are like, oh, she's such a hoe, basically. She's Lois Lane, she can do whatever she wants, okay? She has a Pulitzer. Like, leave her alone. Also, yeah, so in the last issue, she is talking to a source, that she was like, hey, if you don't talk to me, I'm going to tell everyone your dirty little secrets, basically, you know, like Lois does. And then they met somewhere, to talk, and the place got shot up.
Oh.
And, Superman comes in, saves Lois, and The Question, obviously. And, obviously everyone's fine, and except for the person that Lois was going to talk to. He got killed.
Scotsman.
Yep. And, yeah, so...
He got killed.
Yeah, he got killed, and then, at the beginning of this, Lois is like, I need to talk to you, blah, 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 and she's walking with The Question, and she's like, what are you talking about? We're talking right now, and she's like, I'm not talking to you, but I am talking to you, because, you know, Clark can hear everything in the world, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
his hearing and stuff. And then, it's like, it's cute and romantic, but she's still angry with him, and they talk, like, she's like, you can't save me, also, you stopped and posed for the cameras after saving me as Superman, so you're making my credibility go down, and also you're making your own credibility go down because you're caught with a married woman.
Right.
Like, that's your problem, too. And she
For
calls
sure.
him Smallville.
It sullies your reputation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
There's a couple of good panels here. I'm going to open this book back up really quick.
There's been a lot of manhandling of books. Catwoman again? Snickers?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That right there. Lois also has... Oh, no, she doesn't. She's wearing a shirt that makes it look like she has tattoos. A couple of the, like, faces I'm not a huge fan of in this book, but, like, that...
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I dig that, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice splash.
Yeah, that's a good splash. It's, Superman taking Lois on a fly.
Yeah, for
Magic carpet
For
ride.
flying.
a flight around the city.
Yeah. And, oh yeah, and then Question gets in a fight with someone, and she doesn't know who it is, and he doesn't have a face.
Ah.
And it's The Question, but he's supposed to be dead. And she's like, how are you alive?
So many questions.
So many questions. At least 2 of them.
Well, there's 3 there.
Yeah, yeah, because they, like, have the same fighting style, and they're like, okay, this is weird, and I'll show you mine if you show me yours, and then they
Whoa.
take off their mask things that make them into The Question, and, yeah. Charlie.
That's cool.
His name's Charlie.
Oh.
And her name's Renee.
What's that guy's name? I forget his name. The actor. Shran, Star Trek. Sean... what's his name? He played the voice of The Question in Justice League.
Yeah, damn.
He's just can imagine hearing him and him
Something
playing
Woodard
the
or
question after
something.
removing the
Yeah,
mask.
I can't remember. Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs, yes. I just like when you're telling me, like, I can imagine like them fighting and then him taking the mask and there's Jeffrey Combs underneath the mask. I'm like, that's great. Question's cool.
Yeah. And then Lois is like, "Hey, take off the nights or take the rest of the night off, Smallville." And he's like, "I gotta do something in Metropolis really quick." I forgot that the mic's over here and I need to talk to the mic. And she goes back to her hotel and there's someone in the shower and she's like, "Ooh, shower time." And she opens the shower and it's her son.
Oh!
And yeah, so Superboy's gonna be in the next issue. But yeah, it was a really good book.
That'll
it was
be
just
an
like
issue.
so perfectly Lois and Clark.
Nice.
Or Lois and Superman, I guess. But yeah.
But it was like super classic of like
their relationship
yeah.
and like how they act together. Yeah.
So
That's
is it
cool.
older, John?
Yes.
So it's grown up. It's post.
Yeah.
The Bendis
she
change.
says she asks he says something. He's like, "Does it have something to do with my father?" And she's like, "No, it's not about that." Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, so yeah, it's all after the Bendis reboot of Superman.
Huh.
The Bendis shakeup.
Yeah.
Right.
The Bendisized.
The Bendis debacle.
They got Bendis. I was gonna try to do some sort
Bendisized.
of blender. Okay.
No, Bendisized.
That's cool that that's afterwards. Oh, damn. I wish I had collected the book. Oh, well.
Yeah, but
Sounds good, though.
what did you have, Sudon?
I had books.
Nice. Peachy.
Yes.
Oh, it does go me next, doesn't it?
It does.
Alright. So I had a few books. None are really that great.
No.
I really was not a huge fan of the books this week. So I had Buffy #8. Jordi Belair, David Lopez, Raul Angulo, and Kevin Wada.
Yeah,
got that
you got
cover.
the Kevin Wada spotlight Anya cover.
I got
Oh,
that one.
right.
I was like, I don't really kind of want the spotlights, but there was another one I was like, that was pretty cool. I just can't remember what it was. Might have been the main variant.
I
Kinda
liked
like that one.
I like the
I don't remember which
that
one's the main.
old school poster one. The one that I picked up
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
whatever. Didn't read, but picked up.
Right. That one's in the hold slot for me, I think.
Nice.
See, that one was pretty good. I thought it was good. It's a nice little setup of what's to come. That ending, though,
Oh,
I'm like, did that happen? That didn't happen in the series.
no.
I was like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of strange things going on here.
Peachy and Bambi were in the kitchen when I was reading that, and I was like,
No!
They're
Yeah.
looking for a
so.
red wedding.
That's a really bad reference. We should probably move on, though.
I got an 8 out of 10 on that book. Probably
Oh.
one of the higher
Higher ratings?
very, very odd book, but it was good. Another terrible book this week was Star Trek Aftermath #1. Kirsten Bayard, Mike Johnson with the writing there. Tony Shesteen, I don't know, is the author. J.D. Medler, meddling in the cuddling. Ooh. And then Angel.
Meddling in the cuddling.
I got the Angel Hernandez and J.D. Medler cover. Although there was another cover, the third variant that was actually super cool. It was I'll show you guys some point, or maybe we'll post it. I don't know.
The J.D. Byrider cover.
Yeah, this terrible book was great. I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I really dug some of the
It's a
references.
theory.
Core.
Yeah.
Big references.
Klingon.
Smooth skin. There's some pretty cool connections
Pickard?
to Kirk's Star Trek and a lot of other Star Trek. So it's like, oh my god, thank you. And Laurel,
Yeah.
Queen Mother.
Yeah.
It's pronounced L'Oreal.
I definitely dug that one. It's good book. I recommend. The other book, Transformers Ghostbusters #4. Eric Burnham, and Dan Schoening, Luis Antonio Delgado, and I got the Alex Milne and Josh Perez cover. Not a bad cover, but it's actually not the one I wanted. I didn't even realize I grabbed the wrong cover until afterwards, but I'll go buy the other one. That one got
I roll.
That one got a low score for me on this week. It got a 9.5 out of 10. There were some references. I sent Peachy a picture earlier that was super great, referencing it was an Ooze canister from Ninja Turtles because they have crossed over. Yeah, you were in there. A canister review was there.
Weird.
He found it because they were writing in the Transformers, the new Ecto, and so you're a mess, guys. I found this and food and stuff in my bag.
Nice. This
is gross. And it was just a Ooze canister. I was trying to make sure there wasn't another picture that I snapped from the book. It was great. A lot of revelations in there. But continuing on, Scream, the Absolute Carnage, was a decent book. I really dug the heck out of that one. That one got a 7 out of 10, though.
Okay.
A little bit lower just because the art was fantastic, but the storytelling was still kind of all over
everywhere.
The place.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see where they're taking it. But it wasn't the worst Absolute Carnage book of this week. By the way, the writing, Cullen Bunn, Gerardo Sandoval, and Alex Arizmendi, Eric Arsenigaga, and a lot of people did the cover.
I feel like we're going to get sued one of these days, for pronouncing someone's name so incredibly wrong.
That's fine. That means they're listening to us.
That's true.
I'll take that.
Sue us, please.
I didn't write a lot of the information down for this book, but Symbiote, Spider-Man, Absolute Carnage, that one is going to get a 4.
Oh, wow.
I think that's the lowest rating we've ever gotten.
The art is super cool. The connection to old story was super cool, but who cares? It was just another dead body. It talks about as another host that they go back to 1 or 2 pages that happen to be in the old book, so you see the old style for a second there, and then they move right into the current style, and it's just it's stupid. It's
a waste of time.
It
basically.
was a really waste of my money.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that I was hoping it would have something to do with the actual symbiote Spider-Man, but it
Right.
didn't because it's an in-between of what
Right.
when he removed this or before the suit even got to him.
Oh,
or
really?
something. I don't even. It was really hard to follow, but I was like,
yuck.
It was like reading John Jones all over the place. A lot of monologue, and the bunny, whatever the bunny villain is.
Bunnicula? No, the bunny from
Spider-Man.
Oh, Trapster.
Yeah, she fucked up part of her story, but
Oh, really?
yeah. But moving on. Ghost Spider #1 came out. I did not get the annual. I thought it was just the annual this way. I didn't know it was going to be the #1 of Ghost Spider, which she's now in 616.
Yeah.
Shanian McGuire is the writer. Takahashi Miyazawa is the author. Ian Herring
There's
is
2
the
authors?
colorist. Huh?
There's 2 authors?
That second one was the artist.
Okay.
Different A. I write A here, okay? And then the cover is George Molina.
Oh, nice. He does good work.
Super cool to see her It's super cool to see her in the Marvel Universe. It's super to see why she's in the Marvel Universe now. She's taking classes here because she's got a persona and an alias.
Right.
And a secret identity now.
Right.
And they now know her as Ghost Spider, and that was and they're like, oh, thanks, Ghost Spider.
It's kind of a cool reset for her, restart for her.
It's something
clean
she
start.
needs, because she can't get a job, she can't do things in her other world, in her world. I gave that one an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
I would have liked to have gotten the annual, to see what is beyond that. It's kind of cool to see what she's doing, but let's see. Did I miss any books?
Yes.
Justice League.
Oh, yeah. Worst score of the week. Right here. I mean, seriously, you thought that other one was bad? Justice League 31, Scott Snyder, James Tinney, and the Fuff. George Jimenez is the artist. Alejandro Sanchez is the artist. He is gonna sue us.
He is,
He's like,
yes.
what did you call me? This book, like, angered me in the joy sections of my life. There were the continued writing of Scott Snyder and making Batman hilarious in the subtlest ways brings, like, the greatest joy in my life. Like, I took a snap of this when I had to do that. Like, Commandy is, like, watching Superman and Wonder Woman just, like, go to town. I mean,
on some Brainiac robots.
That's that one.
Yeah, I know.
I
know exactly what you're talking about.
That
Thank
is
you.
the scene, just like that art right there. That scene, I was like, yes! I'm like, that it right there. And Commandy is like this kid, like, I've never seen anybody fight like that. Is this what it's like in your time? Or for the people to fight? Is this why people believed in you? And Batman's like, trust me, kid, it would be cooler if I were doing it.
Yeah.
I really dig the joy, the fact that they do kind of play Batman really, really well, and the story was just like, oh, this is good.
There's so much.
Justice Society, the interaction between between them and Flash and Green Lantern. No, I'm Green Lantern. No, I'm Green Lantern's son. And then the Flash. Oh, I'm the Flash. No, son. I am the Flash.
It's more like, you're the Flash? I'm the Flash. We're the Flash.
We're the Flash.
The Atom. Is that?
Yeah.
Can you get any smaller than? What do you mean smaller? You know. It was cool to see the future interact with the past, but the whole issue with what's going on, with Doomsday Clock, I don't know if that plays into effect or if it's also Flashpoint.
It's mostly Doomsday Clock.
Okay, because I'm wondering about that, because there's that. I like how he's like, I remember you, but I don't remember you. Yeah, kind of attitude.
So Flash. So Jay Garrick doesn't exist, right? Because he's part of Justice League of Society, and Stupid Face McStupid from Watchmen did something and erased them from the existence, right?
Rorschach or
no,
Dr. Manhattan.
Oh, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, Rorschach's apparently cool. We don't like Dr. Manhattan. He's dumb. So he erased them from existence, but then when Flash takes Batman to go to the other Earth that was created with Flashpoint, he sees other Flashes, specifically Jay Garrick, in the Speed Force.
Oh.
And he helps him get back to their timeline as the other timeline's being destroyed.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, you need to remember me, blah, 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 this is important. And Flash is like, I'll try, but there's obviously a reason I keep forgetting you, but I know that you exist, so, yeah. And, yeah.
There was that interaction there, that was cool.
Yeah.
The what they're building up is super cool and going on, and the ending there, that I'm looking forward to seeing. I like seeing heroes thrown into historical events, and to see historical events told with heroes that nobody remembers.
Yeah.
Will be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
cool.
looking forward to that, and then the future. That Batman's a badass.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He's the Batman.
Nice.
Just to give you a heads up, Brainiac, he's able to shrink worlds down, their cities, and bottle them up.
Yeah.
Now he's figured out how to shrink sections of hyper time.
Oh, really?
So whole sections of universes at times were time periods are bottled up.
So
he
historic
can stop
eras
them.
events, he can bottle up.
For sure, but he's doing it because they're looking for something,
To
and he's trying to stop.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Justice League looking for a weapon to stop them. They're trying to stop the Justice League so they can win. So it's a lot of cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
This one, as I said, the lowest score of the week at 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I called it.
with a Starro, who is
Jarro,
actually, with the deputy,
Yeah.
Jarro.
Deputy Jarro.
I am your
Nice.
deputy.
Smallwood
Him and
cute.
Batman should go get drinks, and Batman can put some whiskey in the jar.
So 10.5 out of 10 on that one.
Yeah.
For my pick of the week is
10.5.
Justice League.
That's awesome. Super intriguing sounding freaking story, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
There's a war coming, and that ending, though. Gilboy. I'm happy to see Gilboy back. That means his place on the cover means something.
Now it does, finally,
Maybe.
Again. Well,
maybe.
Oh, so we get the return of Aquaman, huh?
yeah. That's my least favorite part.
I heard it.
Is John John still dead?
Huh?
Is John John still dead?
It was absorbed.
He has been absorbed into the Apex Lex Luthor Predator.
He's been absorbed into the apex.
Which may be
Lex
detriment
Luthor.
to him. Although he
Right.
didn't seem too concerned.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Yeah, these books are just like, this was a really rough week because like everything was super good except for
Transformers.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters
Well,
Transformers.
what'd you give it, an 8?
4.
That
No.
was Transformers.
Oh, wait, no,
that was
Scream.
Superior
Yeah,
Spider or Symbiote Spider-Man.
Right. It was. They were like right after each other.
It was. There's a lot of
Yeah.
books that I read today, but I was glad I was able to catch up on Ghost Spider and everything to
For
finally
sure.
be good on there. Some
yeah.
really cool story told at the end there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah.
that's all I have.
Nice.
What you got, Peachmeister?
That leaves us on my book for the week. I had one big book.
Oh man, did you have a hard time figuring out which one to read?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He
It
was
a
going to
Tetris.
talk about House of 10.
I was. House of 10.
House of 10.
10 of House.
Number 3.
Number 3 only. That
Yeah.
I didn't pick up.
Yeah, it also doesn't exist. So.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, for a second there, I thought Gwenpool had a porg as her backpack, but it's a penguin, same thing.
It's a pork.
I thought
Poor
that was
girl.
I thought that was important.
Yeah. Very porgant message there.
I'm going to just turn down the volume.
What do you got for us, Peachy? Before we lose Ooze.
This week I picked up Buffy along with you guys there.
Yeah.
Same artist and writer. I did not read the book. There's apparently things that happened that I need to read the book about, but I mean, there's a crossover getting ready to happen there, and I don't collect the book it's crossing over with, and I don't know. It's one I may just drop, but
No, you're gonna have I have a stabbing suspicion that you're gonna pick it up.
I don't know.
Shut up!
Oh.
Do they kill Spike?
No!
No.
Shut up!
Oh, okay. But anyway, the one book I did read this week that I had was The Punisher number 15, written by, continued writing by Matthew Rosenberg, featuring art by Simon Kodransky and cover by Greg Smallwood. Simon Kodransky liked my post earlier. I also picked up, of course,
Spawn 300.
Spawn 300. Yeah, I got that Amazing Spider-Man number 300 homage cover,
Nice.
done by, of course, Todd McFarlane. Super cool book.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't even looked through it, but super cool cover. I'm liking it. I don't know if I'm going to read it. I don't know what's going on with the story or anything, but it's an iconic issue. I picked
Historic.
up. Yeah, yeah.
They wrote it on the cover.
Yeah.
Historic issue.
Yeah, a historic issue. Yeah. So yeah, kudos to
Mr. McFarlane.
yeah, Mr. McFarlane and staff over there at Image Comics, for sure.
Yeah.
With that, Punisher this week though, when we last left off, he had reluctantly teamed up with a group of heroes that included Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider, Black Widow, Moon Knight, and Thrasher. So they're basically teaming up against Hydra agents led by Baron Zemo in New York under the guidance of Fisk.
They're going by the Thunderbolts. They're pretending to be the Thunderbolts.
Yeah. So yeah, under the guise of the Thunderbolts.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, this issue kind of just shows the group fighting. You know, but they have good tactics and everything, and they take people down here and there, and they're reducing the numbers. They go in. I think they had like 400 some Hydra agents to face off against, and you know they were dwindling the numbers down pretty well, and whatever, and fighting through. A long story short, though, you know they get through a decent number, enough to call the fake Thunderbolts down to handle the heroes.
Right.
So that fight ensues and breaks out for a little bit, and it winds up where it's just Zemo and Punisher, and it's like, it's just you and me, come and find me, and he takes off in a truck with, I forget, oh yeah, there was a female Punisher on the team also.
What?
Yeah, I can't remember who it was.
Was that the random chick that we couldn't figure out who she was or
Yeah.
why she existed? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It's
Female
It's
Punisher.
his daughter.
I think it might be his daughter.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Like the dead one?
Right?
No. His son.
No. No, I think it might be, you know, from another woman. But I don't know. There might not be any truth to that at all. But she is a woman from his history, from his background. And she wears a hood. Skull hood and skull emblem, whatever, and fires guns, and she funny. She thinks he should be funny, and he's like, I don't do that. I kill. Whatever.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, it was a good book, even if it wasn't. If I had others, I suspect that I would have still chosen this. This Punisher run's been pretty decent. Matthew Rosenberg continues to write stuff that I'm eating up, and can't wait for the next issue on. So that's super cool.
Nice.
But yeah, that was it for me.
Woo.
This week. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of our episode.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, and as always, guys, make sure you pick up these books. Go into your local comic book shop. Look around. Don't only pick up the books we talk about, but be inspired to pick up new titles and new things to look into, and maybe some unheard of, lesser known titles.
And don't listen to us when we complain about how many comics we have, because if we didn't like the comics that we had, we wouldn't have so many.
We wouldn't be sacrificing meals to get them.
Yeah! Also, to find your local comic book store, go to comicbookstorelocator.com. This is an unsponsored, unpaid ad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably still do it just because I have a collector's mentality that's gluttony.
Yeah.
I like to eat.
Sins.
Eat what?
What?
I like to eat.
Eat up knowledge.
Consume. You like consume.
I need to eat. I'm hungry.
Me too. Peachy, do you want to talk about what's going on next week?
So yeah. So next week we are going to do out of context reviews. More than likely, we'll be forgoing the news segment to do so. We have somewhat of a light week, but what we're going to do is give our reviews for our picks, and completely out of context, and we're going to have the other guests or the other hosts try and guess what that book was.
Yes. It's going to be hard to coordinate, but
Yeah.
we're gonna make it happen.
For sure, make it happen, Captain.
Sure. It'll be fun.
Yeah. And I guess Sudon's going to close us out with a quote.
Yeah.
Not ready. I am ready. It says the weather should be quite sunny tomorrow. Oh wait, that's the weather report. Never
Can I
mind.
quote you on that?
You want to? It says it should be. Today's quote is a positive one because that's what we do, and it says, "Imagination will offer." Let me start over.
Uh-huh.
Imagination will often carry us to worlds that never were, but without it, we go nowhere.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Carl Sagan.
Carl Sagan,
Nice.
yeah. Sagan.
Mr. Sagan.
I dig it.
Dr. Sagan?
Dr. Sagan.
Professor
Yeah.
Sagan?
I had my cover pulled up and everything because I wanted to show you guys. And I couldn't.
Punisher?
There was my cover, by the way, done by Greg
That's
Smallwood.
pretty cool.
It is a pretty cool cover. What I really dug though. See, and there's the core members that I did mention.
Yeah.
But I really dug Kudranski's art on the inside.
Yeah.
Smallwood does a decent job with faces. I really like that. But, yeah.
Kudranski is very good at the gory,
Yeah.
I don't understand
action
that.
stuff.
For
A
sure.
skin-tight suit on Punisher. I thought he would wear, like, body armor and stuff.
He does
He
wear
should-
body armor.
Like,
All of those figures that he
Kevlar.
has up there are like skin tight.
yeah, that's weird to me.
All of them except for the top one, the Marvel Select,
An overcoat.
and jeans. It would appear.
Right. I'm toying with opening him up. Haha, toying.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Last time I opened up a Select, I regretted it. It was
Yeah.
not good times.
I wouldn't.
But I'm going to open up Hulk.
Nice.
Yeah,
He big.
he is.
Shebang.
She bang.
All right. Well, anyways.
Sudon, you got a quote for us?
Yeah, do you remember you had decided that we were going to do the dual quotes?
That never
You
were.
remember that? You agreed to it. You were right there.
Spider-Man 36. Vengeance of the Vengeful Gerbil 72.
What was your fault?
Folgers in your cup.
That's the
Every
best part of
morning.
waking up.
Have a good day.
Bye!
Bye!
Happy listening next time.
See ya.
Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. If you enjoyed this, connect with us on social media, and of course like and subscribe so you don't miss out. Music is brought to you by Kevin MacLeod. Find more of his music by visiting incomtouch.com or clicking on the link in the description. If you want to listen to more, find us on anchor.fm or website unstabletogetherpod.wixsite.com and pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts.